Check it out, boys and girls. Only boys, I ain't got no female viewers. Check it out, boys. It's Piano, rocking the Warlock, playing against Adila. This was in some sort of tournament a while back. I think Adila was the host of it, that's why they're using the L, but it wasn't League, because Piano wouldn't play in League. He's too much of a pussy for that. He's got commitment issues, you know, he can't commit to things for 2 weeks. That's far too long, bro's got commitment issues, allow it, fam. Anyway, it's going to be the Warlock versus the Tech Marine. Adila's been rocking a fair bit of Tech Marine recently. He always plays a little bit of Tech Marine whenever he can. I've seen him play it in the tournament that happened last Saturday against Bruce Campbell, and it went fairly well for him. He was doing some weird shit where he got like a sniper or something. I don't know, I haven't even seen it in full. It's fucking weird. I don't know why you'd ever get sniper rifles against Eldar when they can drop an energy shield and snipers take 50 shots to kill that thing, but Adila does what Adila wants, I suppose. Now, I don't know how rusty Piano was when he played this game. Obviously, he doesn't really play Dawn of War 2 very often these days. But when he does play it, he does like to have a nice sesh, you know. He won't just play 1 game or 2 games. He'll grind it out for like 2 or 3 days, play like 20 games, and then he'll disappear for a month again, so we'll see how it goes. We've been graced with his presence for this game. Hopefully he gives us some pretty cool plays. Question, guys. Do you actually prefer when I don't have the mouse visible from OBS? I feel like it looks a lot better for the replay's perspective. And, you know, if I still want to, like, designate an area, I can go like this. I can say, oh, these units over here. Blah, 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 blah. So I feel like I don't need the mouse. You can obviously see when I'm clicking on things. Tech Marine, blah, blah, blah. Hover over the tooltip. You know, it comes up here, so it's obvious what I'm talking about, you know what I mean? Do you prefer me having the mouse invisible? Or do you like seeing where I'm pointing my mouse? Obviously, if I do POV gameplay, then I'll have the fucking hell, I can't speak. The mouse visible. But when I'm not doing POV, when I'm just doing a cast, I don't really think it's necessary. Nothing particularly unusual yet. I mean, we see double gens plus a... Okay, this is unusual. Adila is going really power intensive at this point, so he's going for triple gens and a node before getting any tier 1.5. That's really, really power intensive. And Piano's going for double ranges, the fucking troll. God, he loves abusing annoying shit, doesn't he? Double ranges on this big-ass open map. Absolute nightmare for Space Marines to deal with. And I'll say it right now, if Adila wins this game, oh, kudos to him, because this is a mega unfavourable matchup for him. Look at the damage, man. Rangers do really well against heroes now in Elite. I don't know how I feel about it. Nice little snipe on the Guardian with the high-powered shot though. That's cool. 140 sniper damage. And they have 100 HP. Is he gonna... Ooh, okay. Karate kicks from the scouts. Alright, I mean, he forces off the Rangers. He's only bled 1 model though, so it's like, really care. Surely now the Banshees will just be able to deal with the Tactical Marines. I mean, they've lost a lot of damage getting into melee, but yeah, all it takes is a couple of specials. The Tactical Marines are no longer doing any DPS, and now they're just getting chain knocked back. The shotguns do come in, but it was just too late. Yeah, that really wasn't worth it. Wow. 4 Banshees die, 2 Tactical Marines die, and how many scouts? 2 scouts. Yeah, that definitely favours the Eldar. 1 Ranger and 4 Banshees. I can't remember how much Banshees have to reinforce. They're like 35 or something. Let's have a look. Yeah, 35. It's just 10th of the buying cost. So, quick maths. 140 and then whatever the price of Rangers is. I mean, the Rangers are not expensive. Let's just say they're like 30 for Rangers or something. It's probably not even that. That's only 170, and then 2 scouts is 70, 150, 220 in total for the Space Marines. Yeah, that massively favours the Eldar. Man, Tac Marines are just too expensive to be dropping like that. Especially when you're going for this super power heavy build. Like he's dropped so many gens, so much requisition on gens and nodes. Like he's got this node as well. So as you can see, the consequence of that, Adila is way more up on power compared to his requisition, as pertains to what you'd expect at this level of this time in the tier 1. Ooh, nice grenade. Combined that with the high-powered shot so they couldn't just dodge the foot grenade. Only kills one model, which is kind of unfortunate. I felt like that was going to kill more when I seen it. Just about to say, those scouts need to retreat. They're going to just bleed models against the rangers. They do. Really decent map control from Adila. But Piano would hope that his bleed is going to compensate. And it really looks like it is. Wow, what is he reinforcing? He must have bought Flamer? Yeah, he's gone for the Flamer. Did he just get... Yeah, he just paid for the power node there, and then maybe a couple of scouts as well. Oh, he's got elite training. Are these both fully upgraded? They must be. Oh my god, are you kidding me? The Banshees did not see these tactical marines who were pulling a ninja move moment. They're only going to get 1 or 2 gens. Is Adila going to use nice attack ground here to attack multiple gens at a time? Yes, he is. Oh my god, look at this. Pro gamer moves. Pro gamer players. Wow. Flamer's reloading, Banshees are moving in. Do Banshees have fleet of foot? Is he going to get all 3 gens in time? Oh, fucking hell. I hate flamethrowers. Nah, he doesn't. But honestly, that gen's super close to dying. Scouts could just infiltrate in and shoot it down with the bolters quite easily. Tacs actually get out with no model losses as well. Beautiful. Beautiful play from Adila. That sets him up really nicely. I mean, I don't know if this has paid off in a collective sense. Because the question has to be asked, is Adila's army better right now than Piano's scaling into tier 2? And I guess whilst the scouts don't really scale amazingly, like you can't get any more upgrades on the scouts, their infiltration and grenades are useful throughout the entire game, whereas rangers really start to fall off because their damage just doesn't scale very well with levels compared to how much the HP of enemy units will scale with levels. And so their utility starts to decrease quite massively. So I guess you could say it has worked for Adila. You see, this is one of the bigger disadvantages of using rangers. Rangers can't really threaten a gen bash because they just don't do any DPS against gens, basically. It's a big problem for them. If the enemy just goes for a fast tech, which they should, there's not really much you can do to combat it except for go for a fast tech yourself.
We are losing a victory objective.
I must say, Adila's doing a really good job minimising his bleed here. Whilst really he's still maintaining great pressure on the map, he's actually, I'd say, had the better end of map control in spite of having fewer units on the battlefield. He's up quite a lot on VPs, which on this map is pretty significant. It can become quite trolly in tier 2 dealing with all the webway gates in this map. It's a bit of a nightmare. So I think Piano's going to try and consolidate now and go for some big tier 2 push with his spiders. I don't know if he expects to be ahead in tech or not. I think given that he's not gen bashed and given that there was never a tier 1.5 squad, in spite of all the upgrades, he should expect that he's behind in tech. And well, he knows it now because there's a raceback. The raceback should get haywired here. It looks like he mismacroed, didn't do it on time. Raceback gets out of there. Well, spiders definitely don't want to pursue because they're pretty vulnerable when they're out of cover to piercing DPS. They're very expensive to reinforce. What's happening down here? Tech Marine has got into the position to finish off the weakened generator with his bolter. Now taking out this one as well. What's the upgrade? Bionics. Okay. Is that Distort Field? Yes, it is. Yeah, Bionics comes down. Does a decent amount of chip, but nothing crazy. But the problem is that the Banshees are totally isolated now. They still do have the Distort Field, so they should be fine. Tech Marine really needs to get out. I don't know what he's doing. Maybe he was trying to get into the Razorback, but a little bit slower. Honestly, he probably would have just been better off to wait for the Razorback at that point. Man, even with the power melee upgrade, they do significant damage in melee to the Razorback, and that's an upgraded Razorback as well. 50% more HP, wow. Don't know what's going on here. Should be shooting the Banshees. What's he doing? Why is he keeping the attacks in melee? That was weird. But there's no AV. No AV. So this is eventually going to become a Bright Lance. So it's already a Bright Lance, but it had to retreat then. Scouts frightened the Guardians, probably threw a grenade and then point blank. It just retreated. But it didn't hit them, so I don't know. I think Piano's macro is pretty stressed right now. Warlock not really achieving a whole lot in this matchup. Ooh, grenade potential. They're kind of awkwardly split up. Oh my god, dead Rangers. Wow, that was a perfect grenade. That's why Adila is known for his grenades. Despite them being awkwardly split up, they just consolidated perfectly around the grenade. It was a thing of beauty. That is a dead Ranger squad, so only one more left alive. A lot of repair support for this Razorback as well, between double fully upgraded scouts and the Tech Marine. It's not like it's your typical scouts, where one of them's running around capping with no upgrades and super easy to force off. These guys are tanky. They've got that extra HP regen when out of combat from their infiltration and elite training. And they can repair whilst partially infiltrated as well. This might be an opportunity for a grenade into a shotgun blast. No. It doesn't even need it, it's just got so much range DPS. He can tank through it. Warlock enters the combat rather late, knocked over by a shotgun blast, and promptly forced to retreat. Not really seen much from the Warp Spiders. Piano opting for the Wraithguard. I can see what he's thinking here. I like the Wraithguard option because he's got no power really for anything else. Wraithguard are not going to take a lot of damage from anything on the field right now. The Tactical Marines will likely get a Plasma Gun to help counter that. Tech Marine could get a Plasma Gun as well, but he's not going to want it because he already is invested in the Mastercrafted Bolter, so he'd be foregoing his high-powered shot ability. Ooh, that was a really lucky special attack. Another Distort Field coming down on the Razorback. I think Piano right now will be seriously regretting not having the Aspect of Strength. Oh, it looks like the Tactical Marines are going to die. Wow. But the Razorback's also going to die. Wow, this is a great time for Piano to come back. Jesus Christ, that was such a hyper-aggressive push from Adila, and he's got so much of the map control from it, but wow did it backfire, losing his tax and losing his Razorback. But the great thing is that Adila has actually just been taking up while this was all happening, and he's now tier 3 with a shitload of resources. I assume he's going to try and save up for some Terminators. He does need a little bit more money for his... does need a little bit more red, as well as some money for them. Nice awareness from Piano there, didn't panic retreat when he seen the grenade coming, just fleeted out of the way, turned around and dealt with these scouts. Bright Lance is going to now get onto the capping, which makes sense since there's no vehicle on the field now. And honestly, the Wraithguard are pretty great. They're going to counter everything really that Adila can field. I think some Terminators into Vanguard is probably the best choice here for Adila, but then again, he's a Tech Marine, he wants to get vehicles, doesn't he? Maybe, you know what, Vendread right now would be awesome. Still, there is a lot of AV on the field. I mean, Haywire Grenade combined with a Wraithguard is pretty brutal. Wraithguard usually will miss vehicles that are moving, but if you slow them with a Haywire Grenade, then they can actually get some accurate hits off. Particularly against snared tanks and transports, that's going to be huge, because they're very fragile. You've got Bright Lance in addition to that. Pretty scary. You can get Enhance on the Warlock as well to buff the Wraithguard, increasing their speed and their damage. It's an active ability. I mean, you can use it to buff anything, but specifically on the Wraithguard, that'd be really strong. Banshees have got some decent work done at certain times of this match, but other times I feel like they're just bleeding a lot. I don't think the Warp Spiders have done a whole lot. Kind of used poorly though. I don't know why they just walked up then to fight scouts in point blank. I mean, that's just asking to bleed. You know, that'd be more the role of the Wraith Guard. Vendred on the way, I think. No, Terminators, okay. Yeah, I mean, the Terminators also work. Especially in this instance where the Banshees are forced off, but Terminators don't have melee resist when they're in this ranged form, and Banshees with the aspect of fleetness are going to do a shitload of damage to them. Terminators obviously can't retreat as well, so Adila has to be smart. If he plays it right and he supports them with all these shotguns, then the Banshee shouldn't be able to survive in melee combat for a long time against the Terminators. But if he gets his scouts forced off by things like the Wraith Guard and the Water Spiders and leaves his Terminators isolated, they could get fucked up, man. They could get fucked up real bad. Oh, we see the Channeling Runes. What a weird upgrade in Tier 2. I think Enhance would have been really good now. That'd be great for the Banshees as well. Boost their damage against Terminators, boost their speed to make them catch up even quicker. I mean, the good thing for Adila is that he's got a massive amount of power in reserve. Unfortunately, he doesn't have any red, so he can't get a Vendred now. A Vendred would be awesome to follow up this composition. Just use the Terminators with an Assault Cannon to beat Piano at range, and then when they try to actually close him with melee, you just punish him with a Vendred and buff up the damage of your Terminators and Techmarine to even higher levels because of the inspiration on hit. I don't like this engagement. He's kind of trying to take on everything at once, which seems like a bad idea. Yeah, especially with the Channeling Rune heals. Yeah, this is dodgy as fuck. Oh my god, a Terminator already falls. Oh, the grenade went on the Bright Lance, interesting. Ooh, I see, because he wanted to wipe it as he's getting a Predator. Oh, that'd have been good if he did wipe it. Terminator somehow managed to get out. The Banshees ended up preoccupied with the Scouts, which was a big mistake. They should have been going to pursue the Terminators on a priority. Fire Dragons coming out. Oh man, Enhance would have been so good here. I'd have buffed the Fire Dragons as well. You know what? The Heavy Flamer could actually be really good for the Terminators right now. Because you can use the Cleansing Flame ability, or whatever it's called, on the floor when the Banshees surround you, and it'll do shitloads of damage to them and force them off. And obviously when you're chasing enemies like the Water Spiders and the Guardians, the Heavy Flame is going to do giant damage.
It is time to add to our war panoply.
Can't remember if Fire Dragons are infantry fire resist. Does it say here, but I don't know if that's even correct anyway. Yeah, like this says heavy infantry, this super heavy infantry. I don't think this is that tooltip ever is correct. Ooh, Ranger's probably gonna die. Where's this grenade going? Where did it go? Oh my god. Wow. Tank already drops. I wasn't even looking. I was looking at the fucking scouts and where they were grenading. But I guess the haywire into Wraith Guard volleys and a little bit of PP from the Fire Dragons, that's a lot of AV. What are the Terminators doing? Oh, he's coming out of base with 2 out of 3 models, and I think the reason is... I don't know what the reason is. They're not that expensive to reinforce. He could have afforded them. Don't know what he's doing. Adila, what are you doing? Why are you coming out of base with 2 Terminators? Wow, the scout's so close to death. Oh, the other Ranger did die at some point. Oh, I think, maybe. Yeah, he must have. Well, this is a horrendous position from the Terminators. I really think he should have Enhance. You could honestly swap between Enhance and the Channeling Runes. I guess he's on a real budget for his power expenditure due to all this shit, but damn. Is this the Vendred? No, Tactical Marines, what? Okay. I want to see a Heavy Flamer to counter these Banshees. It's about as good as you can get at countering melee when you're a ranged Terminator squad.
It seems they think me a heretic.
Adila is slowly using up all those power reserves as well. Scout's looking to go for another grenade on the Bright Lance, I think. Wow, they got a lot of energy, level 3. So these scouts are just going to be kind of bait. Maybe they're just going for a VP? I don't know. Yeah, they're going in for the kill. Here it is. Terminators at the bait. Oh, wipes the Bright Lance. I mean, it's something, but I don't know what the Terminators are doing. I don't know why they've only got 2 models in the first place. Damn, level 3 Banshees. Oh, they don't want this fight, they're too fragile. All the inspiration buffs are becoming pretty ridiculous. Oh, they're reinforcing off the drop pod as well. Why is he not reinforcing the Terminators? Adila, I don't understand. I don't know why he swapped to Kraken Balls. That must have been a misclick. Wow, if he was on Hellfire, he'd probably have wiped him out right now. Piano saved up so much resources, but wow, he just incurred some real bleed. Reapers. I think a Wraithlord is the choice for a Piano. He doesn't quite have enough power, but he's not far off. 100 power for a Wraithlord. Grenade. And run. Beautiful. That was a lot of damage to the Wraithguard and the Fire Dragons. Good damage against the Scouts as well. I don't know why the Sternguard are still on Kraken rounds. Very strange. Should be using the Warlock Gate ability to heal up all of his nearby troops. Clearly quite rusty. I've not seen a lot from the Channeling Runes. I really do think that Enhance would have been the play here. But you could definitely go both. Like, why don't you cap with the Wraithguard right now and then heal them with the Channeling Runes? Then swap to Enhance for the next fight. Oh, okay, we've got the Assault Cannon now. Finally, Terminator's back out with 3 models. Now, this is going to be pretty brutal, and I really don't think Dark Reapers have the durability to handle this. Distort Field coming down on the Banshees once again. I don't know if their buff is currently active from the Fleet of Foot bonus of the Exarch. It's going to be deactive soon. Actually gets suppressed by the Assault Cannon. Scouts going in for the flank. VPs are definitely a concern right now. You're going to focus fire the Warlock, maybe? No. Wow, pops the Warlock for the Wraithguard squad. Does a big spike of damage to them. Oh, that was weird. Whoa. Combination of the barrage from the Reapers and the grenade actually wipes those scouts, and then a grenade goes in on the Guardians. Wow, this is scrappy. Another grenade coming down here. Beautiful grenade. Just kills the Exarch on that Banshee squad. More bleed incurred. And Terminators are on the VP. Terminators are now a problem. They are so tanky. And look at the regen they've got as well. What's going on here? Fire Dragons caught out in melee. Not where they want to be against Space Marines. I really don't think the Water Spiders have paid off. I think he got them because the Scouts were annoying him, and Scouts are obviously light infantry. Water Spiders do shitloads of damage to light infantry, but they've just bled, and they don't seem to have contributed much to the army versus army fights. I think Scorpion Shield, Autarch would have been better for her Scorpion Shield. Oh boy, this is a lot of damage coming out of these Terminators. Adila really does not have a lot of VPs left though. Piano is very privy to this, trying to go for the VPs, but it's impossible. Terminators just melt you. Look at this shit, man. Is this more tax? Has to be, right? Oh god, more Terminators. Oh, Piano, you are fucked. Oh, he is so fucked. Water Spiders just get gibbed. And Dark Reapers with their Inferno damage. I'm sorry, you're just not going to do shit against these Terminators. The 6 men impending doom of all Eldar. Bring it, Eldar. Good luck. You could have some fucking sick council here. They're just gonna get melted by the level of range DPS that comes out of these bad boys. You need a Wraith Lord at this point. Or you need multiple Dark Reapers buffed in tier 3 with their upgrade to do 25% more damage and avatars buffing them. Or a fucking Autark or something. Hellfire Sternguard as well. Just way too much DPS. Yeah, Piano recognises it, and just they're so tanky. Look at the healing. No chance. Ah, he predicted a Dreadnought rush. Interesting. I don't really like Dreadnoughts against Eldar. I guess Assault Cannon Dreadnoughts can be okay. That's going to be the end of it. I thought it was because he was getting pissed off at Scouts. Yeah, that's weird. What spiders fucked him up? Interesting fast tech plays from Adila. Nice to see ranged Terminators putting in big value. Cool. What do you think of that one, guys? Bit of a different one. Nice to see Piano playing. If you've got any medium to high level games that you're aware of, you know, it doesn't have to be you playing, maybe seen them in a tournament or something like that, send them in. I'll see if I can get around to casting them at some point. I'm sure I will. There's going to be plenty of Thursdays in the year and the years to come. Speaking of which, don't forget, if you're enjoying the content, you want to be subscribing, because we have regular uploads twice a week. Once on Thursday, once on Monday, 9 PM BST every time. And if you are enjoying the content, you got a little bit of money spare, have a look down at the description below, follow that link to the Buy Me a Coffee, and buy me a coffee. Only if you can spare the funds, but it goes a long way, right? It shows that the content is appreciated, and that ensures that the content will keep coming. But other than that, there's nothing further for me to say in this cast. I think strategically, it's quite simple what won Adila this game. The beautiful, beautiful Terminators. Such a cool unit. Torpid out.